The office on Monday morning smells like burnt coffee and recycled air. The fluorescent lights hum their usual monotone song. A sound Min-woo has heard every workday for 6 years, but somehow notices acutely today, like his nerves are tuned to frequencies they normally ignore. He arrives at 7:30, early enough that the open-plan workspace is mostly empty. Just a few other early risers hunched over their desks, the blue glow of monitors painting their faces in shades of exhaustion. Yu-jin's desk sits in his peripheral vision, 3 rows over and 2 down. Empty. Her computer is off. The small succulent she keeps by her keyboard looks wilted, the soil cracked and dry. Min-woo sets his bag down. His hands are steady. This is fine. This is professional. They work together. They've worked together for 2 years without incident. They can work together again. The weekend had been a void. Sunday stretched into an endless succession of hours that Min-woo filled with laundry, meal prep, reorganizing his bookshelf by genre, and then by author, and then alphabetically. Tasks that required just enough focus to keep his brain from replaying Saturday night on an endless loop. The rain, the pavilion, the almost kiss, the way Yu-jin looked at him like he was everything she wanted and everything she feared in equal measure. The way she ran. His phone sits on his desk, screen dark. No messages. He'd checked 17 times on Sunday. 18 times if he counts the one at 3 a.m. when he couldn't sleep. Nothing. The elevator chimes. Min-woo doesn't look up. Keeps his eyes on his computer screen, opening his email with mechanical precision. 43 unread messages. He starts with the oldest, works his way forward, reading words that don't quite penetrate the fog in his head. Footsteps approach his desk. Light, quick, a rhythm he recognizes. Min-woo SSI. Yu-jin's voice is professional. Polite. The formal suffix creates distance, a verbal fence. Min-woo looks up. She's wearing her armor. That's the only way to describe it. Her blazer is perfectly pressed, navy with sharp lapels. Her hair is pulled back in a tight bun, not a strand out of place. Her makeup is flawless, BB cream and powder covering any evidence of sleepless nights, lipstick the color of dried roses. But her eyes give her away. Red-rimmed, slightly swollen, the eyes of someone who's cried recently and tried to hide it. Yu-jin SSI. Min-woo matches her formality. The suffix tastes wrong in his mouth, too distant, too careful. Do you have a moment? She clutches a folder to her chest like a shield. I need to discuss something with you. Professionally. The word professionally lands like a stone in water, sending ripples through Min-woo's chest. Of course. He gestures to the empty chair beside his desk. Yu-jin shakes her head. Conference room 3. It's empty until 9. She turns and walks away before he can respond. Min-woo watches her go, the straight line of her spine, the measured click of her heels against linoleum. Every inch the composed professional. He follows. Conference room 3 is the smallest meeting space on their floor. Barely large enough for the table and 6 chairs crammed inside. The walls are glass on 3 sides, offering a view of the office beyond, but no privacy from watching eyes. Yu-jin is already seated when Min-woo enters. She's chosen the chair facing away from the main office, a small mercy. Min-woo takes the seat across from her, the table in no man's land between them. She opens the folder. Inside are papers covered in her handwriting. Neat, precise Hangul characters marching in orderly rows. Notes, plans, the accumulated documents of their months together. I've been thinking, Yu-jin begins. Her voice is steady, rehearsed, about our arrangement, the romance lessons. Min-woo's fingers curl into fists under the table. Okay, I think we should end them. Formally, officially. She doesn't look at him, keeps her eyes on the papers. The reunion is in 3 weeks. That's enough time for you to process what you've learned, to practice on your own. You don't need me anymore. The words are clinical, surgical, each one placed with precision to cut as cleanly as possible. I see, Min-woo says. You've made remarkable progress. Yu-jin flips through the papers, though Min-woo suspects she's not actually reading them. Your conversation skills have improved significantly. You're more comfortable with physical proximity. You understand the basic rhythms of dating. The lessons have served their purpose. Have they? The question makes her pause. Her fingers still on the paper, knuckles going white. Yes, she says firmly. You're ready for the reunion. Ready to see Ji-young again. To show everyone how much you've grown. That was always the goal. Min-woo leans back in his chair. The leather creaks, a sound too loud in the small space. Outside the glass walls, more colleagues are arriving. Sung-ho appears at his desk, sees them in the conference room, and quickly looks away. Can I ask you something? Min-woo says. Yu-jin finally meets his eyes. Of course. Is this really about the lessons? About me being ready? He keeps his voice gentle. Non accusatori. Or is this about Saturday night? Color rises in her cheeks. The first crack in her professional facade. Saturday was a mistake. Which part? All of it. The date, the rain, she stops. Swallows hard. I cross a line. Multiple lines. I was supposed to be teaching you, and instead you what? Instead I made it about me. The words come out rushed now, tumbling over each other. About what I wanted, what I was feeling. That wasn't fair to you. You came to me for help, and I complicated everything by letting my own feelings get involved. Min-woo's heart is beating too fast. He can feel it in his throat, in his fingertips. Your feelings? Yu-jin looks down at the papers again. A strand of hair has escaped her bun, falling across her cheek. She doesn't push it back. It doesn't matter, she says quietly. What matters is that this needs to end. Cleanly. Before we damage our working relationship any further, before her voice catches. Before someone gets hurt. Someone's already hurt. The statement hangs between them. Yu-jin's breathing changes, shallow, quick, like she's been running. Her fingers tremble against the folder. I know, she whispers. I know, and I'm sorry. But ending this now is better than letting it continue when we both know it can't go anywhere. Why can't it? Because I'm not. She stops. Starts again. Because this isn't what you need. You need someone stable, someone who isn't terrified of commitment, someone who won't run away when things get real. You deserve better than someone who's broken. You're not broken. You don't know that. Yu-jin's eyes are bright with unshed tears. You don't know me, Min-woo. Not really. You know the teacher, the confident woman who seems like she has everything figured out. But that's not real. The real me is a mess. I sabotage good things. I run when people get too close. I said no to a marriage proposal because the idea of forever made me feel like I was drowning. The confession spills out in a rush. Raw, unfiltered, more honest than anything she said in weeks. Min-woo wants to reach across the table, take her hand, tell her that none of that matters. That he'll take her messy and scared and running. That forever doesn't have to feel like drowning. But he can't, because they're in a glass conference room at 8:15 on a Monday morning, and their colleagues are filtering in, and Yu-jin has built walls so high that Min-woo doesn't know how to scale them. So this is it, he says instead. We're done. Yu-jin nods. A single tear escapes, tracking mascara down her cheek. She wipes it away quickly, businesslike. We're done. With the lessons. But we still have to work together. So I propose we maintain professional courtesy. No avoiding each other. No awkwardness. We're colleagues. That's all. Colleagues, Min-woo repeats. The word tastes like ash. It's better this way. Yu-jin is gathering the papers now, shuffling them back into the folder with hands that won't quite steady. Trust me, in a few weeks, you'll go to Busan, you'll see Ji-young, and you'll realize this was all just practice. Just preparation for something real. She stands. Min-woo stands too, automatic. Polite. Thank you, Yu-jin says. For being such a good student. For being patient with me. Even when I messed up. I hope the reunion goes well. She extends her hand. Formal. Professional. The gesture of a business transaction concluded. Min-woo looks at her hand. At her face with its carefully applied makeup and barely concealed pain. At the folder clutched to her chest like it might protect her from what she's feeling. He takes her hand, shakes it once. Let's go. Thank you for everything, he says. Yu-jin nods, turns, walks to the door. Her hand is on the handle when Min-woo speaks again. Yu-jin, she stops, doesn't turn around. For what it's worth, Min-woo says quietly, I think you're wrong. About being broken. About not deserving good things. About this being just practice. Her shoulders tense. For a moment, Min-woo thinks she might turn around, might say something that changes everything. Instead, she opens the door and leaves. Min-woo stands alone in the conference room, surrounded by glass walls and fluorescent light. Outside, the office fills with the sounds of a normal Monday. Keyboards clicking, phones ringing, the coffee maker gurgling in the break room. He sits back down, pulls out his phone, opens a new note. Things I learned from Yu-jin, he types. The cursor blinks. Waiting. Min-woo stares at the blank space. Then he closes the app, pockets his phone, and returns to his desk. Some lessons he's learning don't have clear endings. They just stop, mid-sentence, leaving you to figure out the rest on your own.